Hey y'all, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to the Boonie Breakdown Podcast, your source for all things responsible and ratchet. All right, hey guys, so we're back for our last Boonie and Friends episode for the month of December. We have none other than our responsible fave, KG, is here for one of my favorite episodes that we always do, our favorite albums of 2024. So you want to stick around for this. Maybe, KG always puts us on to some shit, right? Even myself, and I talk to him damn near every day, but I still say, let me go listen to something because KG done put us on again. But we go through our top songs of 2024, our favorite top 5 favorite albums, and an honorable mention. So you want to stick around for that conversation. In the spirit of this week's episode, my pick of the week, I gotta give it to the hometown boy, Mario, his new album, Glad You Came. It dropped the day before my birthday, actually. I did not get a chance to listen to it until I got back from my birthday trip, but we love a really, really good, solid album from Mario. It is criminal. It is criminal. The amount of times I have played the song, it's called Keep Going. I have played this song in a 3-day span easily 100 times. I've run it 4 times back to back. It's like, how come people don't make 5 to 6 minute bangers no more? Like sex bangers, sexy playlist bangers, because this would be on here. But it's like 2 minutes and change. I need it to be a little goddamn longer. Also, shout out to Mario because The Masked Singer. Now, I don't watch the show, but I do see the clips. And from the first clip I saw, I knew that whatever his little animal was, it was Mario. But he was in the finale on The Masked Singer up against Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men won. But I thought that was well timed for him to drop a new album right around the time of that finale of The Masked Singer. I'd be rooting for Mario, and Baltimore gotta rep for the home team. So pick of the week, Mario's album, Glad You Came.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping?
Not now.
All right. So first things first, I just want to thank everyone who supported the podcast this year. It's the end of 2024. I hope you all had an amazing fucking year. I know I took a really long hiatus, a little longer than normal. But I really do appreciate you guys still rocking with me. I appreciate all the birthday wishes. Those of you who Cash Apped me, who shared something to your Insta story, who listened to the podcast, who told a friend to listen to a podcast, who left a review. I appreciate all the fucking shit, okay? I also want to thank everyone who supported me in sponsoring our 3rd grader victory. Shout out to Ratcheteer Andrea, who actually delivered all of the items for me since I was away in Mexico for my birthday. But we gave Victory an amazing Christmas. There were so many toys and clothes and coats, and just all of the things. So really, really, really happy and thankful for you all in helping us to spread some holiday cheer. As you know, I just wanted to come back in the month of December as my gift to Ratcheteer Gang. Since it's my birthday, it's the best month of the year. And so we did Boonie and Friends episodes, with our problematic fave, the homegirl Sheikah. We have our responsible fave, KG. And this will be it for the year after this episode. But I do want to all let you know, again, as a reminder, that season 14 of the Boonie Breakdown podcast will drop on February 17th. So mark the calendars. February 17th, we'll be back with all new episodes. Just deliciously responsible and decadently ratchet. That is my promise to you all. All right. So again, February 17th, all new episodes will be back. So that's it for me. So let's get ready to break it down. All right, we're here. This is like one of, and I know he's gonna say shit, but
Yep,
this is like one
all
of my
right.
favorite episodes that I
Yeah.
do. And I had to come back to do it. Even though we've been on hiatus, the season really not coming back till February, but
You
our
know,
responsible fave is here.
listen. So before we get into what I guess we need to talk about and what we're here for, I want to just bring out my notes real quick.
I have my notebook too. And my
Um,
pen.
So, question number one.
Not a question.
Ooh.
Whose podcast is this?
Ah. You are now 40 years old.
I am.
How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. I'm tanned right now.
Okay.
The skin is glowing right now. But no, I feel good. I had a great birthday.
Mhm.
I felt loved. We had a great time in Mexico. I know my liver still works.
Okay. Okay.
I know that for a fact.
Okay. All right.
I also do
Second.
not know
Go
how
ahead.
people our age drink like that on a
Mm,
regular basis. But go ahead.
Yes. In Baltimore, regularly.
Regularly.
Every weekend. Every weekend. Okay. Question number two.
Yes.
Because you like to stress me out regularly with your dating and men lifestyle, did you meet a Mexican man and are they trying to get a green card through you?
I did not meet any Mexican men.
Okay, great. Okay, wonderful. All righty. No Mexican men.
That's hilarious.
Okay. And final question. Um, did Rihanna release an album this year? I didn't know if I missed it. It's possible that it came out and I just didn't listen to it.
I had already wrote down, I'm going to go ahead and do my spiel. Another favorite albums episode without a Rihanna album.
Okay. So that is a no. So Rihanna did not. Okay, check. All right.
No. But I am still holding out hope.
Okay.
It is diminishing, but it's still there.
Okay. Key questions are done. I guess we can get to what we're here for. Thank you
That
for
is
allowing me to
hilarious.
come on. I thought that I was never coming on again. You've been
Why?
you have been on a break for a while, and
I didn't know that I was coming back on.
yeah, exactly. So I thought that I was retired. Not to say like I was a prominent guest on here, but
I still hold the stance that you need to start your own podcast about politics, sports, because you watch all the sports, music, because you listen to all the music. I feel like you could do a really dope blend of that from the Black man's perspective.
I probably could, and I would probably be the only person that listened to it because I would never share it. Now, unless you are signing up to share and do social for this said podcast under the Boonie Breakdown Network, then I'll do it.
I might hold your ass to the fire on that
one. I would do a podcast if I never had to share it.
That's the sucky part about it, right? Like, I love this, but that piece of it and competing with all the noise. And I know I've said this so much time, like everybody has a voice and a microphone and a platform.
Yeah.
And it becomes less hobby, more work. Yeah. And trying to keep that piece of hobby for me because it's fun versus it becoming a chore has been a balance that I've been navigating. But I really do think you should do it. I look forward to this episode because it's always an album. You have a more expansive taste in music than I would say I do. So I feel like you always put people onto something. So I'm sure it's gonna be a Billie Eilish, Sabrina Carpenter, or something on your list. Where you threw me for a loop last year with Miley. Even though that album was really good, I
Listen,
was not planning on listening to it until you said that, and I listened to it and I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah. But here's our disclaimer we do all the time. We are not saying these are the best 5 albums of the year. We're just saying these are our favorite albums of the year. Um, Before we get into that, we do offer discourse, but you're not going to tell us our number one is wrong because we're not saying it's the best. It's our fucking favorite. And let us have our fucking favorite album of the year. We usually start with top songs. Um, then we do an honorable mention album, and then we'll go through 5, working our way up to our favorite album.
There you go.
I already, I already told KG I had like 4 favorite songs. I had a really hard time narrowing it down. I scratched some things off because they were my favorite songs, but I was like, you know what? I can save them to some of the favorite album discussion. So I scratched them off.
Okay.
I'm going to say probably, and I know my trip to Ghana had a role in this. Afro beats was big for me this year because of Ghana. And I think because we were able to hear songs that we don't hear, like that aren't mainstream here. So it was a lot of, and I went back and looked like, oh, I should put this, but they were like from 2023 or 22, but
Okay.
I'm just hearing it for the first time there. But what I do say that I did love was that fucking Tim song, Love Me, JJ. Oh my God, I must have ran that song into the goddamn ground.
I have a Tim song on my list as well.
Which one was yours?
So mine is Free Fall with J. Cole.
Oh, J. Cole, yeah.
I cannot get enough of that song.
Yeah, I mean, it's something about Tim's, like she reminds me of a Rihanna, right?
Yeah.
When Rihanna first came out, it was just like, oh, I don't think I ever want to see her live because I don't know that I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
But the songs hit.
Now it maybe if she I may go to see her maybe in like another 2 albums if she's still around,
I
where
could see
she's
that.
gotten some vocal coaches, all of those good things where I feel like the performance may hit.
I could see that because, like, you saw Rihanna, and you've seen Rihanna a couple times, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like the growth in Rihanna's performance as well from we got to Anti, right?
I
Like,
booed the first time I saw Rihanna live. I stood up and booed. She sang a Lauryn Hill song.
And I was like your wife at the time.
I was disgusted. I was disgusted. She was the opener for Kanye. And I'm just like, no, like, don't do this. You cannot sing. Please stop. And, to go from there to where she is now. Yeah. But we're never getting that again. So it is what.
I am hopeful.
Okay.
We're not going to do this time, but I am still hopeful. So that was one. Another one, a favorite song of mine was Anytime by Maya. That came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
Maya be dropping these little sleeper hits that be really, really good. Loved that song. It was a song that dropped by this Brazilian artist that I found on Instagram. Loved it. I be singing the fuck out this song. I don't know what the fuck
You don't know the words. Okay.
I don't know the words, but I just be catching that melody. But the song is Mo Paz, which when I Google is my peace in Portuguese.
I was expecting something a lot more raunchy.
Really? It's such a beautiful love song.
Oh, okay.
But the artist is Izza, is a black girl. So I loved that song, but I really have no idea what they're saying. But I Googled it one day, like on Translate, like, this is so beautiful. And then my last one, I'm gonna fuck this name up. Almanet. How do you say his name?
Elamine.
Elamine. Oh, but his song.
Let's just say British D'Angelo.
Yeah,
British light skinned D'Angelo.
Yes, his song "Sweetness" with Leon Thomas.
Yeah,
love it. Those are probably my. And if I had to do a 5 just to round it out, that somebody who's not on my top album list, Love Like This by Darian Brockington. It was nice to
Okay.
have him come back with an EP.
Yeah.
He had been gone from the scene in a while. The whole Foreign Exchange, if you know those crew, you know Darian Brockington. But Love Like This had Font A and Carmen Rogers on it. That got a good couple spins for me as well this year.
Okay.
So those
All
are my
right,
five.
So how now I'm up to five. Okay, so I have probably like 20, but
I mean, I could keep going, but those are
no
my
no no
five.
I'll do five. All right, so what I already gave you one. I feel like
Yeah, you said Thames.
yes, I said Thames. Okay, Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno.
I knew you were going to say that. That was a good song. That
All right,
yeah,
yeah,
it's in my 2024 playlist.
yeah, love the song. Love the song. All right, so let's go. All right, we'll stop. We'll do that. I'll get here at some point in time. But Saint Chroma by Tyler the Creator. Title track right off the album. Amazing. We're gonna go with Wildflower by Miss Billie Eilish.
I knew she was going to pop in there.
You know, we may or may not talk about her at some point in time today. And the last is The Heart Part 6 by Kendrick Lamar.
You know, we're gonna get to that a little later, but yeah.
If you have not listened to The Heart Part 6,
Flawless.
please enjoy yourself. The production is just incredible.
It's so good.
The
So good.
sample, I don't know, yeah.
So good. So I'm just gonna go ahead before we get into the albums. I'm just gonna go ahead and make a bold claim, and I don't even know your list, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Cowboy Carter will not be in either one of our top fives.
Let me explain to you. Okay, so so I read a lot of the stuff and album lists and try to, understand where people are thinking. Right. Let me explain to you how I know that this whole industry is rigged. Because there is no way that
she should be number one on any list.
Having number one top 10. That album, it was all right, but ain't nobody going back to listen to it. And if you are, I don't believe it.
Yeah, for me, it sucks because Renaissance was just so fucking good. Like Renaissance was her first classic album. And then to come
Don't say that too loud. They'll come for you.
I know they're gonna come. This one just fell flat for me. And what I always tell people when I say this, because they're always like, oh, the songs that I like, I really like. But it's a good amount of that album I never needed to hear again. And I don't listen to it. So also to me, it could have been 2 albums. It was like almost 30 songs. She could have split it somewhere in the middle between like, I'm looking at it, like before Yaya comes. It could have been 2 albums. It could have honestly been 3. I don't know.
Got enough details to even tell you all of that. Because I just I'm like, listen, it was not that good. I love the Grammys. I've been watching the Grammys religiously since I was a kid. There's no way
she's not getting album of the year.
But why are you even nominated?
Because they had to nominate her, but she's not going to win. And if she does win for this one, it's really they throwing her a bone because Jay-Z did that shit last time. Or they paid payola. Yeah. It's no way if she gets album of the year. And I would be offended that this would be the one that she won for and not Renaissance. But,
makeup, I guess.
Yeah. So if she wins it, it's a pity album of the year, I think. Because, I mean, I wouldn't even put this in my top 10.
No.
I will say, we will drop our fave songs playlist, which I'll put on Instagram or whatever. But I do have 2 of the songs on here on my favorites songs, but the album as a whole, I don't rerun this. Like Renaissance, I will always start at these motherfuckers ain't stopping.
Yeah, I'll run the whole thing.
Yeah, but this I'm not. I just go to the song I like. So yeah, I knew I could make that bold claim for both of us.
Absolutely.
And get that out the way. All right.
Not a chance. Yeah.
You ready to do this?
Absolutely.
All right, you can start. Number 5. You're number 5.
Are we doing
honorable mention? I'm sorry. Honorable mention favorite album.
You want me to hit it?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So my honorable mention is Glorilla.
Ah,
That joint slapped.
not.
like, like she's talented. Now I don't know how long this is gonna last, but the album was
It was good.
fun and dope, and like she had witty bars, and I was like, yo, like I enjoy this album. Like I didn't expect to cut on a Glorilla album and be like, yeah, this for me. Nah, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna give her a
A
shout out.
solid honorable mention. Okay. My honorable mention is Tyrese's Beautiful Pain. Tyrese
Yes.
is another one who has been putting out sleeper solid singles. Don't Think That You've Ever Loved Me is beautiful 7 minutes of R&B. He had a song on there with El DeBarge. I think Neither One of Us with Tamar Braxton. Like, so if you did not listen, because I know Tyrese on social media leaves much to be desired, but the nigga can sing. So if you did not listen to that album, he really gave a pretty solid traditional R&B album this year. And I didn't hear a lot of people talking about it, but
No,
I
it kind of
enjoyed it.
went. It kind of came and went when he did like the Breakfast Club interview and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like you said, a lot of people did not talk about it. But like the vibes behind it, the soul behind it, like
Yeah, no,
the
it was
feel.
really good.
Yeah, it was definitely very good.
Yeah. So that's my honorable mention.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Number
Me
5.
go 5.
You want me to go 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so my 5, and I was kind of shocked to make this correlation of whatever. Mutt, Leon Thomas. I really enjoyed this one. I think I was delaying listening to it because I was thinking about his character from Insecure. Do you not remember who he was?
I know who he was.
Oh, so yeah, I think I was just delaying listening to it and people were talking about it. And then when I started playing it, I just kept playing it. I love the song with Wale. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed this one. I think this was because people always talk about R&B is dead, and I'm a big R&B head. So I enjoyed it. If you did not listen to it, Mutt, Leon Thomas, you should go run it.
Okay. So my number 5 is Leon Thomas Mutt.
Wow, that's hilarious.
So obviously Mutt, one of the best songs of the year.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah. He has a track on there called Answer Your Phone. It's like a begging ballad type.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, like give me that. The Jordan Wale, like you said, yeah. Yeah, Leon is very, very talented.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else he does. The guy we talked about from British, you said British D'Angelo.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs of the year, Sweetness. Leon Thomas is on that song as well. Yeah. It was another like Isaiah Rashad song that Leon Thomas. So I'm happy that he's having a moment, but I really enjoyed Mutt. I really did.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Number 4.
Okay.
Kendrick, GNX. Okay. And y'all know I'm not even a big rap head. And I did want to put it higher because we haven't had it long, right?
Yeah.
But the shit was good. And I have not stopped playing Heart Part 6, Luther, Dodger Blue.
Yeah.
I gotta run that 3 times before I go to the next song. And I'm in my car. When I walk in, yeah, that shit knocks. It was a surprise drop. And way to do that, to drop an album before the Super Bowl. What a fucking year. So everybody thought he was going to drop it afterwards. He dropped the tour and the album before the Super Bowl, which is...
I feel like we're still getting something else.
So I wonder, but it also makes me think, did his homegirl Beyonce say, you go ahead and drop now because I'm coming?
You think she's putting out another album? Oh my God.
People are speculating a tour is this summer. So I wonder if that's why he did that, to go ahead and get his little coin before she dropped. Who knows? But I really enjoyed this Kendrick album. He gave you some TikTok-able moments.
Yeah.
But the songs also knocked. So
I would say if The only reason I probably do not have it on my list is because it just recently came.
That's what I say. I didn't want to put it higher.
Yeah.
But I have been running it since it dropped. So, and that's a big deal for me because I'm not really a big hip hop person. I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rap person. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. My number 4 is not Kendrick, so no, we're not. We're not on the same page. Um, No Worries, Innocent Pot, Knowledge, their second album, Wild Lord. I enjoyed this. I love Anderson, so it's kind of hard for me not to put him anywhere when anything comes out. But tracks that I loved, Where I Go, he had a track on there. From Here, that had October London. October London was one of my top albums when he dropped that. Go listen to that because he is
That's a good album.
second. Yeah. They got Charlie Wilson on the joint where like Charlie is like singing in like a lower.
Charlie.
Yeah, he's like singing in like a lower register, which is very like the sound of like Charlie sounds different. But yeah, production, beats, lyrics. Yeah, go check it out.
Good
That's
one.
my 4.
Okay. My number 3, Glorilla, Glorious. That shit knocked, boy. And I wasn't even planning on listening to it because I really love Glorilla. Like, she's so fun. She's been consistent, right?
Yeah.
And fairly unproblematic, right? Like, nobody said anything bad about Glorilla, and her little accent, like, that shit is cute. I was not planning on listening to this album. And I was like, I'll know the singles when they drop. Yeah, Glow, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then when you text me and said, dog, have you listened to Glorilla? So let me run this shit. And I've been running that shit.
Yeah.
Even like Sexy Red, who I'm not a big fan of, love that song. What's the procedure when a bad bitch walk in the room? Like, I love we were on the boat in Mexico, like, so
Yeah, like I personally can't connect with a lot of it, but the joint slaps. Like
it slaps.
Yeah.
It slaps. It slaps. And one of my favorite songs of the year is How I Look with Megan Thee Stallion. So that beat, yeah. So I like Glorilla. I'm with you. I'm curious to see her longevity, right? Like, I think she's having a little run right now.
Yeah.
But she's fun. So if she keeps it up
fun.
and keeps it fun, lighthearted, and stays cute, she might go far.
Yeah. Yeah. I never know the longevity of stuff like this.
This day and age, you have no idea. It's such a crapshoot. So
yeah. Yeah, like I see her lasting longer than Sexy Red.
Oh, for sure. I would like Sexy Red to go away now.
Immediately, yes. The Ice Spice train looks like that is over.
Yeah, she lost too much weight, and they said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, that was a quick run.
Yeah,
like you would just have the Super Bowl up in the box with Taylor.
With Taylor
now,
Swift.
what happened? So,
that's just it.
Yeah, that's over. All right, so I guess I'm up. All right, number 3, Tyler the Creator, Chromacopia.
I know be on your list too.
So we're here. The whole joint slaps. Same chroma, like I said. Yeah, sticky. Like the Take Your Mask Off joint, like lyrically, like
Daniel Caesar. Talk about somebody who fell off, but god damn, I love Daniel Caesar.
Yeah, like I'm like, again, something I personally cannot relate to, but you know, the storytelling behind it is good. Like Him, also another good track towards the end. I am personally thinking, and I have to, my kids are enjoying this album with me.
Oh.
And I am appreciating that. And then I'm also playing some other Tyler throughout the home when we're just hanging out.
Indoctrinating.
So now I am considering possibly taking them to the concert next July.
Oh.
But the problem is, 1, the tickets are dumb high.
I bet.
And 2, obviously they're still kids.
I mean, they'll be 10.
I know, but
I went
you
to my
never.
first Jodeci concert at 9. So
Right. I feel like, I don't know, but maybe back then, I don't know. I feel like we were all just going to shows. Um, but like now I'm like, would it be weird to take them to a Tyler the Creator show?
it could be. You could
I'm
maybe have
actually
to
thinking
answer
about
some
it.
things on the ride home.
Yeah, because you never know what may happen
Yeah,
on stage.
you really don't. But yeah, you may have to answer some things on the ride home.
Yeah. So we'll
Okay.
see. But yeah, that's my three.
Okay. My two, and your fun fact of this one is that two artists in two different categories dropped an album on the same day with the same name, and that album name is Timeless. One was Megan Trainor, and the other was my number two, Kaytranada. There's your fun fact. If there was an album, I don't think one, I loved it so much, but I did not love it enough to go to the concert because I'm just like, why am I paying hundreds of dollars to be
It
in the
doesn't make
audience?
sense. Like, unless everyone that is on the album was coming
Was
along with
there?
them,
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
wasn't
make sense for
going.
me to go to a Kitchen Out show.
But I loved it. We had Dawn Richards, that was one of
Yeah.
my favorites. The song with Anderson Paak and Sir, Do to Me. Witchy.
Yeah, Witchy is on my top songs of the year.
The one with Rochelle, Spit It Out. I mean, this was just a good, feel good dance on a boat, play the music, but I really loved it. Now, like I said, I ain't love it enough to go to the concert,
Yeah.
but I really enjoyed this album. I like Kaytranada. But yeah, this was a start to end for me. Start to
Yeah,
end.
no. He always makes good bodies of work. Like you said, it doesn't make sense to go to the show. I wouldn't understand that, but I get it. People
Yeah.
go. But no, like literally, you can't go wrong. And I feel like you could probably put, what was it? What did he have? 99? Was it 99 point? What was it? The one album? Was it
Oh,
99 point something?
before, yes.
Yeah. Like, I
With
feel like you could just throw
that
all of his,
multicolored album.
yeah. Like, you could just throw them all on, like, on a shuffle and just be like,
You gonna run them rock, yeah.
like 3 hours of just enjoying yourself. But no, I agree. It was definitely a good
Yeah.
album.
I mean, it was a good album. What's your two?
All righty. So my two is Miss Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard.
I
And
knew it.
so, what a great album. What
I knew it.
an amazing album. Billie is talented, so talented.
He is talented.
Wildflower, Birds of a Feather. I feel like people will be like, "Oh, I've never heard that song," and then you play it and be like, "Oh, I've
play
heard
it,
this."
you know
Yeah,
it. Yes.
you know it. Chihiro, like they're all just like really beautiful songs. She's very vulnerable on the album. Like like her growth from like her albums, you can tell. Like I would have wanted to go see Billie in concert, but I can't justify it. And I asked my little cousin, her last album, I said, "Hey, are you listening to Billie Eilish? Because I need an excuse." And she would not give me one. So I am not able to go. So I'm holding out hope that maybe like one of my goddaughters is like, "Hey, yeah, I got into Billie Eilish. Hey,
you can go.
we right on the floor. Let's go."
Don't deprive yourself. Just go ahead and get your ticket.
I would be judged. Like it would be me walking into the Baltimore Arena
full of little white girls.
Yeah. And like, hey.
Like, don't deprive yourself. Get you a suite and go hide the suites. I knew she was gonna get on there.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
And she like writes with her brother, right? Like that's her writing partner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you don't do Apple Music at all, but they have like they have the album, but they also have like an album breakdown where like her and her brother talk through each song. Really good as well. If any of y'all have Apple Music and you want to go through the lyrics of that.
There you go. Who knew? All right. Drum roll.
All right.
So my number one.
Hit that.
Why, Lord?
What? Oh, you serious?
Why, Lord? No worries. Anderson .Paak, Knowledge. Great album. The amount of times that I have ran the song with Snoop, Where I Go, Move On.
Mhm.
That probably, I don't know what the fuck Spotify was talking about on my Spotify rap saying Two Hands to Heaven was my most played
Can
song.
we talk? Can we talk about rap real quick?
They fucked that up this
It's
year.
not right.
It can't possibly be right.
And maybe I don't know because it's
They had
not
to
right.
stop counting it somewhere to
Yeah.
start it or something because yes, did I run Two Hands to Heaven into the ground when it took me in a chokehold? Yes. But I know for a fact that I played Move On way more than I played any song this year. I know for a fact. I really enjoyed this album a lot. I mean, they really don't miss. Especially like you said, Anderson .Paak. I know you're a big Anderson .Paak fan.
Yeah.
But like just the crew they put on with the features on the songs, couldn't lose on this one. So this was definitely my favorite album of the year. And I think I knew of like the song with her, Where I Go, because
Yeah.
that had dropped before the album came out. But I think I saw a tweet before we all abandoned Twitter. Um, I think I saw a tweet and I was like, oh, let me go listen to it. And ever since I saw that tweet, I have not stopped playing this album. So this is by far my favorite album of the year.
Well, listen, you can't go wrong with Mr. Pop. He performed some of these tracks at
The concert?
the concert. Not a lot of people know him at that point, but yeah, they still knock. They knock him in person because he's still on the drums. So it's like, yeah, they still hit. All right,
What's yours?
my number one, Mr. Lucky Day, Algorithm.
That was a good one too. That was in my top 10.
I heard this album the first time that it came out, and I said, "Ah, well, I already know my album of the year already." I heard it and I knew it. I was just like, "I like this is it."
That was a good one. That was in my top 10.
Like D-Mile and him produced the hell out of this album, from like the drums to the bass on Soft to the joint with Teddy Swims Blame.
Yeah.
Like the production, like I think, and this is a very, very bold statement, very bold statement. I think from a sound perspective, I think there will be people that are going to look at this album and be like, this is going to have an impact on how R&B music is produced, like D'Angelo Voodoo did.
Oh, I'm going to go back and run it today just off that claim.
The sound, the sonics, the instruments, like it just all flows so perfectly. And that is just me. And it just kind of, it hit me in a different space. I was just like, because at first I'm like, all right, who the hell, like the first thing I thought is like, before I'm even like worried about the lyrics, I'm like, who the hell is playing on this album? Like who are the studio musicians on here? And then I got on Twitter and I'm like, who the hell is playing bass on Soft? And then D-Mile, he responded.
Oh, that's dope.
And it was like, yo, and like, I think he literally is playing on, like they're playing on most of the tracks. Like it did it for me. I'm biased. That's my joint. I'll probably be continuing listening to this for a while. I need to get it on vinyl if I can find it.
Come on, vinyl.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing I miss about physically owning music is like flipping through the little books, right? Like,
right.
I miss that piece. It don't hit the same hit in the bot and like song credits. And then sometimes it takes a while for the song credits to get there on digital releases. They aren't always there.
I don't have Tidal. So but people say that Tidal gets the song credits a lot quicker than like Spotify and Apple Music.
I wonder why.
I don't know. So
That's that's interesting. I did not know that. I never switched. And my thing is too, at this point, I'm a Spotify girl, and it's because they were first.
yeah,
So I signed up. Like I just literally stopped paying the grandfather price because that's how long ago I signed up. But now it's just like I just don't want to transfer all that stuff to somewhere
it's a
else.
lot. The only
Yeah.
reason I would leave, well, I have both. I have Spotify and I have Apple Music. The only reason I would leave Spotify is because it is still connected to my Facebook account.
Yeah, because when you started up, that's the only way you could get
That
it
was the
when it
only
first
way.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and now like you can't transition it over to a new account without losing all of your stuff. So,
Stuff. Yeah.
um,
I mean, I'm pretty much there. So yeah, no, I thought this was an interesting year for music because we had some big names. Like a lot of people dropped stuff that we didn't talk about. Gaga,
Usher.
Justin Timberlake, Megan. I think Nora Jones dropped an album that I listened to earlier in the year. Gary Clark. So a lot of people dropped music this year. The other thing that I am frustrated with just in music in general, and I think it's just the space that we live in, things don't get to live a long time.
Mm-mm.
And it's like stuff drops and it's like we're on to the next. Oh, it's a new thing. It's a new thing. So you don't get a chance to sit with it for a while and enjoy it. So I struggle with that, especially with music, because especially with everyone when they switched fucking Beyonce, everybody followed her, dropping music on Fridays,
Oh
right?
yeah, for Tuesdays.
Please put it back on Tuesdays.
Listen, I was so happy when Tyler dropped on like a Monday,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I
Yeah,
like
like
it.
everybody,
Like,
let's
yeah,
move back to that because dropping music on Friday sucks because I go into the weekend and sometimes I won't even know
you
an
forget
album
about it. Yeah,
drop. Yeah, and it'd be weeks later, and I'm like, oh shit. So I just really wish they would move it back to a Monday
yeah.
or Tuesday.
And then here's what I need. Like, I wish the new release section on Spotify was a little bit better, a little bit more organized. Because some of that stuff I'm not listening to.
Yeah, I wish because they do such a good job with your tailored playlist.
Playlist.
So you would think your new music section they would beef that up a little bit.
Yeah, or like let me tell you what type of like what category new releases I want to see.
Yeah, because then too, like right now they're feeding me audiobooks, and I never listen to audiobooks. So you could take that off my fucking feed. I'll go
Okay, I
click
was about
on
to
it
say
if
we can do a top audiobooks list if you wanna do that.
But now I'm like, maybe I need to get into audiobooks. I just looked. One of these books I wanted to read is on there.
Yeah, so I mean, is Spotify is great for that because like I could get rid of Audible. Like not like everything is on there, but it's a lot of stuff on there that is free, and you get 15 hours a month free
Yeah.
listening. So it's like, all right, well, I can get rid of Audible.
Yeah. So, and I think too, it's just like, okay, here's one of my gripes of 24. I just feel like not, I have this big whole theory about like, they literally do not want us to own anything anymore.
You said that, yes.
And it started with these little lovely things that we have. And I'm convinced more and more it's leaning that way. Like, we don't own music anymore. We don't own our movies. Like everything we stream, we rent. I am kind of getting sick of it. Like I'm just like, but we're so far gone and they see so much money to be made
Yeah.
that we're never going to return to that. Like that's just dead and gone now. So it's great for some things like whenever I travel, all my music is here and I just play it and it works, but it's just like I'm over it. Like everything is a subscription now. Like, and I was reading something that was saying like even cars now see a model in linking people to a subscription. So even though you purchase the car and you have the features, some automakers are trying to make it where you have to pay a subscription fee to use the features that you purchased in the car.
Oh no. Well, I
Could
mean, I
you
guess
imagine?
it's like, yeah, I mean, they've been doing that, like all the stuff that like I got when I first got my car, like the GPS or the mobile unlock and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like
it's gone. Like
it's
they want
gone.
you to,
Yeah.
yeah. And so it was like they were talking about taking it even more like further, like, oh, those heated seats, well, you need to pay BMW $180 a year
Oh no.
to use your heated seats. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck? But because these cars are driving computers,
Yeah.
they probably can control it from somewhere, like up, turn it off in that car. They didn't pay their fee. So I'm just kind of over it. I do also hope that someone, and maybe Club Shay Shay needs to do it, but they need to sit little Cat Williams down and close the portal, because
That
if you can, that doesn't even seem like it was this year, but that was this year.
was the beginning. And well, they said he's coming back at the beginning of 25 on Shay Shay.
Oh, he needs to come back and just this next week and
Just end the
close this shit.
year.
Cause goddamn.
Yeah.
Goddamn. I mean, what an interview. And I do feel like, and this is just me, I never, and it's probably still to this day the only Club Shay Shay I've watched in full, because that shit was just had so many fucking quotables.
It was 3 hours. And
I
everyone
watched all
watched
3
it.
hours. I watched all, and I broke it up, but I watched the
You
entire
watched the whole
thing.
thing.
And I'm just looking at that like, damn, I feel like he put some credibility, Cat Williams, to Club Shay Shay, because it was names who went on Club Shay Shay after that I never felt like would have ever done that platform.
Yeah. And now everybody wants to go on there.
Now everybody goes on Club Shay Shay. Like, incredible. So it's wild that happened this year. You know, your boy Trump is back, which you and I are not shocked by that. I think we may be some of the only people on earth not shocked by that. But knew that was happening. It's just so much stuff happens now in the world. You can't even keep track. Like, you know how before it would be like big defining moments, but I feel like we have one of those every 2
week.
days. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God, what? The guy, Luigi.
Yeah, an elementary school student killed some people in the school. All right, next day, cool. That's no big deal.
These should be big deals, but we don't even get a chance to relish in them until it's like the next catastrophic thing or mind-blowing thing. It's really weird. It was nice to be away in Mexico, because I didn't look at any type of news source. I will also say, not being as active on Twitter, I'm not seeing news as often as I used to either.
Okay. Yeah.
There are some news sources over on the Skyline, Blue Sky, but it's not like Twitter, right? And so Twitter was still like my verifiable news source. So I'm not somebody, I haven't deleted my Twitter.
Never.
But I'm not as active as I used to be.
Yeah, and I don't even honestly need to be active on the site to use it all day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to like tweet and I'm on it.
And I was starting to slow down anyway, because I'm getting to this space too. It's like, well, how much of myself do I want out here? And I don't know if this is age.
I will say 0.
And so I've been grappling with that as well. And it's so funny because I had locked my private Instagram page, and people were like, I friended you. And I'm like, oh, I have like 300 friend requests. Like, I don't even look at it unless somebody told me. I don't even look in that folder. It's like, I don't need any new people over here. I don't want anyone else.
Yeah, I think honestly, like, I wish I could completely get rid of my digital footprint.
Yeah, me too, honestly. But
like,
it's too late.
Obviously
you
my Instagram.
You were probably easier than me, but
oh, for sure. My Instagram has nothing on it.
Yeah.
I don't use Facebook. I don't have the TikTok. I use Twitter, but it's not like I'm like tweeting pictures of myself.
And I'm so sad that TikTok is leaving.
Hurry up.
Well, we got it's like January 19th. Even though I do think he's priming it so he can be the savior.
He's gonna save the day. Yeah, he's gonna save the day.
Yeah, I don't think it's really going away.
No.
But yeah, I know 2024 I felt like was a good year. I don't have any complaints.
Yeah, and I'm not making no predictions on 25.
You did that 1 year and never want to do it again?
0.
You did it that 1 year and never
Nope.
did it again.
Nope. No predictions.
So
We
you're not
are.
even going to predict about the UFOs and drones?
Ain't a prediction. Listen,
So do you think it's aliens? Who do you think they are?
I don't think it's aliens. I did at the beginning. I was ready. I was ready for him. But no, I think it's probably Homeland Security, military, like tracking something that has come in the country. That's where I'm at.
Like something like what? People or?
Not people, like some type of material that has probably made its way into the country that should not have, or somebody robbed something and they trying to figure out where the hell's at. That would be my guess.
Yeah, because some of the like TikToks on it, like some of them, you hear people like, it was like this one military guy, like these are military, like he was like, it's military.
Yeah.
But then it was like another guy, and I don't know his credentials, but like, or if he has any credentials. But he was like showed a video, and you saw one look like an orb, and then the other one looked like a drone, and the drone got close to the orb, and then it just fell out of the sky.
Yeah.
So, very interesting what's happening above us. I did not know until you had messaged me about it, and now it's all over my TikTok because I kept searching for it.
Now, when it first started happening, they were saying, "Oh, we're people are saying it's coming in and out of the water." I was like, "Oh, the aliens is here." I knew it. I knew they lived underneath the water. They've been underneath of us for ages. I knew it. But then I was like, "Nah, I think this is."
Yeah, I mean, the ocean scares me.
Yeah. Oh, listen, there's people down there.
The ocean is just so scary to me. It's so peaceful, but like being in it is like very scary to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought this year was a good year. It's just so much shit happened. You can't like, how can you even appropriately recap? I think the only one that's appropriate, those two things, Trump and Cat Williams. So buckle up.
Trust, we're like, somebody's gonna do a recap, and we're gonna be like, oh, like that was this year. Like, it feels like 5 years ago. But
what is time? Like, what is time? I know we blame it on the pandemic, which is partially some of it, but then it's still like, how was that this year?
Yeah.
How was that this year? Like, the Luigi Mangiano thing seems like 3 months ago, but that was last week.
Yeah, it just happened. Did they ever have a funeral for that guy? Like, what? Like,
what's up? Let's go, because that's what I literally just said. I said, have no family come out to be like, we're so sad. Where's the? I'm convinced so much of this shit be staged, but you just can't say it because then people think you crazy.
Like, hold on. Like, Trump got shot this year.
That was this year.
Like, Trump got shot at a rally this year.
That was this year.
We ain't never heard nothing else about the guy that shot him.
Nothing. It was like,
you think about like every other person like that has like killed a president. Like, you know their name, you know everything about them, their documentaries. I don't even know that guy's name. Did they have a funeral? Did he have a family? Like,
good luck.
Come on.
Yeah, some stuff just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Nah. It's yeah, I forgot my man Trump got shot. Hey,
damn, that was only like 5 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was outside. Damn.
Well, no predictions from you this year from Negro Damas.
So, nope. Let's just
we'll just buckle up. Invest in the stock market is gonna be my thing. Let's all get rich this round.
Bitcoin. No, I'm just kidding.
I still don't get crypto or NFTs or any of that shit, but
I don't get it. But you will now be getting spam WhatsApp messages about Bitcoin now that you talk about it. They hear.
My phone will feed me anything. Okay.
Yes.
So, all right, homie. Well, thanks again.
Absolutely.
All right. That is it for the Boonie Breakdown for 2024. Again, I appreciate all of your support. We'll be back again better, responsible, ratchet, all that great shit again in 2025. I hope each of you has an amazing holiday season. I hope you get to take a break to just recharge, relax, spend time with family, do fucking nothing, catch up on TV, rot into the couch, get high, have mad orgasms, drink a lot of liquor, eat decadent shit, have all the sweets, just do everything and end this year out with a fucking blast, all right? So again, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. And I will be fucking back February 17th, 2025, all right? Have a dope-ass rest of the year. Stay healthy, safe, and sane. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. And remember, the motherfucking ratchet in me always honors the motherfucking ratchet in you. Hold my stay. Until 2025.